up, family? It's your boy Big Dre. Yeah, man! What's up? It's your boy Big Dre, back again with another video. Today, we're doing something different. As you can see, I'm in like a manufacturing type facility. Today, we're gonna take a tour of Head Down Firearms and see their manufacturing facility. So let's get to it. I'm gonna introduce you to my boy, Caleb. So
Hi,
this is Caleb.
I'm Caleb. I'm the factory manager here at Head Down. Head Down's an AR-15 manufacturer based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We've been in operation for going on 3 years, I believe. We make everything AR-15 caliber-wise, as well as 9mm in various rifles and pistol configurations. And yeah, let's take a tour. Production facility. We use these sandblasters. We use this is actually a two-sided one. So we'll use walnut media in one and glass bead in the other. The reason we do this is depending on the stage, whether we're taking off anodizing for Cerakote or whether we're going through and prepping stuff to be sent to anodizing, we'll use different kinds of material within the sandblaster to get the best finish possible. So when our anodizing comes back, it looks nice and clean, and our Cerakote also looks nice and smooth. So that's kind of out here. We also have some regular sandblasters over here. They just have your standard sandblaster media in them. And that's just for when we have the anodizing, it's a little bit tough, or if we have to redo some Cerakote, because some things do happen, we can get it off and get it back ready to go.
Gotcha.
So here is our production facility. Here's where we start anyway. So this is the front door. So right here on the entryway, we've got our builder's desk. So right now, we've got 3 armors working. Unfortunately, one of them's out sick today. The other one's running some errands for us. So we've got our head armor, Joel. This is his desk. He's the one who signs off on every single head down that is produced. So if you look at your check sheet, he's the guy whose signature's down at the bottom, certifying that it's been through our check process. I believe the check is 57 checks to make sure that we are full scale production and working capability before the gun ever gets to the customer, which we pride ourselves on because all of our rifles and pistols have a lifetime warranty. As we move down, we've got 2 of our newer guys. They work at these desks, and they're kind of learning. They're under an apprenticeship from our head armor, Joel, and so they learn and they build various parts of the gun that, as it goes through production. Joel's always constantly checking, and we check stuff through production, so we don't wait to the very end. Everything is spec'd and checked as it goes through. So as the upper's built, it's checked off. As the lower's built, it's checked off, and it's sent to a final test fire to make sure that everything's working in a proper way. So our guys use these carts to gather parts from our parts room, and we can take a walk over there. And what they'll do is they'll get their orders for the day. They will bring out the cart with their appropriate amount of parts on them, bring them over, build their part of their order, whether it's the upper, whether it's lower, or even full guns. We'll get them all set, squared, ready to go, and they will leave them on the carts until they are ready for test fire. So within our parts room, we kind of set it up the best way that we can. So we'll do most of the time barrel parts, so muzzle devices, barrels, gas tubes, and gas blocks, and then we'll work our way over into the lower parts and handguards. So we'll have like triggers, grips, stuff like that. We separate our bolts in various calibers. So we do 6.5 Grendel, we'll have those bolts separated. 5.56, we'll have those separators in our blackout, as well as our 9mm bolts. And then we'll have our accessories parts, so like our offset mounts for our flashlights, our QD mounts for our slings, anti-walk pins depending on your level of rifle that you buy from us, as well as all our small parts for extras. So in this manufacturing process, there are several parts that just get dropped or lost, or detents get launched, so we always keep a lot of extra parts on hand in the event that we drop a part. It's actually better for us to get the parts together, get everything done. At the end of the day, when we clean up, we gather all the extra parts back. As of recent, at our last show in February of 2022, we released that we're now doing custom like engraved strip lowers. So we have our laser engraver here that allows us to do any design that we would please. So we can do it on pre-anno and have it anodized black, have it, you know, this nice finished product, or we can have them done post-anno and have them Cerakoted and color filled and whatever kind of designs we would like on the lower. So we've recently released, if you look at our social media, some Don't Tread on Me lowers, some Tennessee TriStar lowers, an Appeal to Heaven lower, as well as some Pirate Flag lowers that we've all done here on our laser engraver to get the best quality possibly can. In here is our, what we use is our vault. This is where we store all our serialized parts that are ready. So we like to keep a fairly organized system. So we'll use, over here on the right side, we'll use anodized parts that have been through our quality control check. They're waiting to be sent to anodizing. And then we'll use the right side of the vault for anodized parts that are ready to be picked for production. So we try to separate ours out. The way we do a lot of our separation is we have lowers with our head down shield on them, the H mark. That's how we signify what was a complete rifle or pistol that was built by us for a customer. Or we will use strip lower, which are completely naked on the one side, and we will use them for our strip lower builds or our individual complete lower builds. We tag all of our stuff, so these are going down. These are essentially backstock, but they were initially made for our store On Target Shooting Sports in Murfreesboro, and they tend to order a lot of our complete lowers, and you can usually find them there at any given time.
And for y'all that don't know, I work at On Target. So.
Yes, sir. That is where Dre works. So some of our custom lowers, for example, we've been playing with this idea. A lot of people do battle worn with Cerakote. We can actually use our tumbler and we can Cerakote and anodize stuff and run something through a tumbler that gives it this really nice finished, almost battle worn style look. Makes the rifle look really worn. So we're playing with this idea. We haven't really released it yet. Just kind of a little sneak peek. But this is one of our Tennessee TriStar lowers that we're working on as well that we did with our laser engraver.
Okay.
So yeah, we also like to we'll keep guns that are completed, ready for test fire on this right side. So all of these have been completed, been to the quality check. They just haven't been to the final test fire to get signed off. And then guns that go on the on this side of the vault are all completed for test fire and ready to ship out to our customers. So we just shipped out a bunch of stuff yesterday, so the side's a little bare for right now.
That's a beautiful gun right there.
But this right here is actually one of our owner's personal guns. It is in, I believe it's in 6mm arc with a Schmidt & Bender scope on it. He uses this a lot for long range shooting on his personal property here in Lawrenceburg. I'll be honest, we produce about 2 lowers an hour on these machines. So when both of them are running at full capacity, we're running about 2 an hour and 8-hour shifts. So what's that, 32 lowers a day? And so we can keep our production up pretty steadily. We are currently running exclusively our lowers for now, but we are always open to running either variant stuff or custom lowers for somebody else. We can do a lot of stuff. If you want your stuff engraved instead of lasered, we can do that. But we always like to do the laser engraving. It's a little bit cleaner look, much more defined edges.
Pretty dope. So that's like, gotta cut out everything. So it starts out as one of these, correct?
Yeah, so all of our lowers are cut to crane spec with the addition of a tension screw, so the upper stays tight to the lower for the lifetime of the rifle. So they will start out as just raw forging, and we will take the raw forging from what is also sometimes called, I believe, a 20% lower, all the way to a finished product in about 30 minutes. So we can run 4 lowers at a time on our machines, and that's how we get to 2 an hour.
Okay. That's pretty dope.
I believe these are faxing 14.5-inch barrels that we use in all of our Crescendo series lines that are marked with our H mark underneath the barrel nut, followed by our 16-inch 9mm bolts or barrels, also manufactured by Faxon for us, as they don't have any gas ports because we do direct blowback. And then we had the exact same barrels in 16-inch for lightweight for our Crescendo series.
Okay.
But yeah, we can do.
I see y'all have a setup here. It doesn't take a lot of space to do this stuff.
And our big thing is we do a lot of quality control. So we're really hard on our quality control. We want everything to be exactly how we want it. And if it doesn't pass our test, then we don't ship it out to the customer. We have a lifetime warranty and we stand behind it, but we hope you don't ever have to use it.
Okay. That's the old Cerakote booth. They don't use that anymore. Yeah, this is a nice place, man. So you said you got some stuff in here. We could probably watch you build one in action.
Yeah, so we can have. So Lonnie here is one of our new armors, and we can actually go through and have him build out he's in the process of building. I'm not sure which order he's working on, but he's building one of our pistols or rifles, our HD-15s, for one of our customers.
Okay. Awesome.
So we also like to have a lot of the smaller parts, like our tension screws and stuff like that, on hand, ready for the guys to grab it easily, as opposed to having to walk so far back and forth. But, I mean, we stay really hard on our quality and want everything to be top best it can, but we also don't want to waste a lot of extra time walking back and forth to the parts room all the time. So we do keep a few small parts on hand, readily available for the guys, to try to save a little bit of time, and also just helps their flow of building.
So y'all use the threaded pin for that.
Yeah, so these are threaded, and these are actually some lowers that we had varianced before we received our CNCs. We had them varianced at Black Creek Precision down in Florida. So these ones are actually, they're for us, they're marked head down, but they're not the ones that we cut here in the factory. And there's a difference, you can tell that by the serial number range. So like this one is TWW. This is one of the ones we had varianced. All of our head down lowers that are manufactured in Lawrenceburg on our CNCs either have a GJ prefix. I believe that's all the ones that are out right now, but we are soon to release several that are going to be marked HDF, just head down firearms, and that will be the serial number prefix.
Okay. This is pretty nice. And these are all components that are ready to go.
There are various uppers that are in stages. Some of it's custom stuff that's ordered that's waiting to leave. Some of it's extra parts that were built, like one too many. So they passed the quality control check. They just haven't, made their way out of the factory just yet.
Gotcha.
So Lonnie is building one of our Crescendo series blowers right now. All of our Crescendo series get the ALG axe trigger, and then we get 80 watt pins as well. So that keeps our Crescendo line is what we would call it. It falls within the mil spec, but it is an above mil spec rifle or pistol. So he's getting to put those little bit better parts in with the rifle.
been building rifles, man?
For head down, about 4 months now. But I used to do it at home a lot more, but now I get to do it for fun every day.
Gotcha. How you liking it?
I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It's fun being able to play with guns out there.
Yeah,
Be sitting at a desk.
this is true.
So how often do you have to get in here and help them?
I come in and I'll help out occasionally. A lot of time when I come in to help, it's when we got a really big order that has a deadline. So I started out with head down as an armorer. I started out the same as Lonnie. I was working my way through school, building guns, and it evolved into me having the opportunity to be a salesman for the company and eventually being the plant manager.
Okay.
So I've kind of worked my way up through. So that's kind of what I bring when I do like trade shows or I do law enforcement demos, stuff like that. Is I have gone through and done the whole setup from beginning to end for so long that I know the rifle's ins and outs. So I can provide pretty good insight when people have questions or they call the shop or they go to our chat on our website. I can really help, but so can all the other guys. I mean, everybody that works at Head Down gets a notification when someone goes to our website to answer their question or just provide information. We're really big on, we want to be there to help you, provide really good customer service. That's something that we bring to the table over some larger companies because we're small, we can actually get out there and answer your questions.
Right.
So it goes to all of us. You'll have a real person on the other end of the line answering your questions. And if there's ever any issues that you can't get answered, you can email me, which is Caleb at HD Firearms, and I can get you squared away.
And the great thing about Head Down, even though it's a small company, they have a large presence, especially in the military and law enforcement.
Yeah, we do a lot of law enforcement sales. That's kind of our big thing. But we do sell it direct to consumer. We're big on we don't sell anything to law enforcement, but we don't sell it to general consumers as well.
Right. That's the screw that has that nylon tip.
Yep, so that's our tensioning screw, or as it's sometimes described in our descriptions, a tensioning device. And that allows us to run that screw with the nylon tip up there to keep the upper tight to the lower receiver. But because it is a screw, it will eventually work loose. But what's really nice about it is you can pop the grip off, put an Allen key back in there, and tighten the tension screw right back down, and you're good to go.
Or you can just get it where you want it and put some red Loctite on.
That works too.
Or some blue Loctite so you can get it out. So these are uppers that have been built out. Have these been through quality already?
They've been through quality. They are awaiting test fire. These were all finished, I believe, earlier this week. So they have not been taken out to the range just yet. A lot of times the way we track that stuff is we won't put the bolt and charge handle until they're ready to go to the range.
Gotcha.
It keeps less parts out, but it also lets us know, okay, look, that's at this stage of production, that's at this stage of production, and so forth. But all of our stuff is held to a very high standard. All of our stuff is torqued appropriately, assembled correctly with the best parts that we can do, and that's what allows us to keep that lifetime warranty. I believe since I have been at Head Down, I've only seen maybe 5-6 guns that were come back from warranty work. And most of the time it's been due to parts that there was a faulty part. They weren't doing anything on the assembly side.
Gotcha.
rifles and pistols have the end plate staged twice to ensure that the customer has no chance of spitting off of the receiver. And then we take the part that's been staged and we put a little bit of black pen. Basically have that black pen and then gloss black to fill the hole so it doesn't stand out bright and shiny. Yeah, we got those little tools like that front pen. A whole lot easier.
I use the real ladder tool. Put it on there, just plunger and spring in, put the little silver
Yeah.
thing in. Yeah, I use those.
That's it. We got
Okay.
that, and he'll just take it. He'll either take the little Allen keys used for the anti-walks, or he'll take a tiny punch and just slide it through and turn it, and just punch it out with the takedown.
Okay.
And that is a complete lower.
Nice.
And that's for one of our RTG pistols. So it has an SPA3 brace and a BCM grip, gunfire grip.
You did that pretty quick.
Done it a few times.
Martin.
And what do you do here?
I am the head armorer here.
How long you been with Head Down?
April will be 1 year.
Okay. And what are you about to put together for us?
It's going to be a 10-5 crescendo, basically, with lights and sights, which is turning it into our SRO.
I see you building a Big Daddy.
I am. It do be doing stuff.
All right, y'all. There you have it. Head down Firearms. Tour is done. Dope setup. Not very big, but you don't need a lot of space to build an AR. It's easy. Shout out to them for having us over here. We'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.